Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and today we are going to be talking about all things jump in. This includes some things that appear to be going on behind the scenes at Wizards of the Coast that affect this particular format, particularly for us budget players. We're going to be talking about the total jump-in environment, all of the packs as a conglomerate, and of course the brand new packs coming in with the release today of Tarkir Dragonstorm. But before we get into all that, my Amazon Prime members, listen up. You have a free Twitch sub burning a hole in your digital pocket every month. And you can use that to support the Stronghold and fuel the creation flames of more budget Magic content. It's a quick and easy way to make a difference without spending anything extra. And if you don't already have Amazon Prime, did you know you could get up to 6 months absolutely free? I mean, why would we not check this out? Through the link in the description. I mean, let's face it, Amazon has a lot of resources, but they're not going to use it to make budget-oriented Magic the Gathering content unless you send it my way. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. Alright, so first things first, I'm sure many in my audience have heard me, I hate to say complain, but certainly express some dissatisfaction about the flow of information recently from Wizards of the Coast, particularly about things that are near and dear to my heart as a self-appointed representative for the budget community, Midweek Magic and Jump In. But I've had some new information, and well, a little bird has told me some things that I want to put out there to kind of clarify some of what's going on. And this person I certainly would not identify as an absolute Wizards of the Coast insider, but this person has told me enough things over the years that have ended up being true that I think there is a very strong possibility that they have some inside track at some level or another. So the first thing is, it appears that Clayton Crow, apologies for any pronunciation errors there, Clay, has given up duties that I have criticized him for recently, the lack of information about Midweek Magic and in particular the jump-in packs for the recent Ether Drift set. It appears that Clayton Crow has moved exclusively to the Alchemy development team. So, of course, congratulations on what I presume is a well-deserved promotion, sir. Many of Clay's former duties appear to have been reassigned to Jubilee Finnegan. Again, apologies for any enunciation errors. Unfortunately for them, it appears that Jubilee has also inherited some job responsibilities from multiple other people. That is very often the case in today's corporate America. The more you can do, the more you will do. Certainly not an easy row to hoe, as my grandfather would have said. In these cases, something very often falls by the wayside, and it appears that the Midweek Magic updates, as well as the very specific details of the jump-in packets, are some of those casualties. It is my expectation moving forward that we will not get reliable information on this, and I really can't say that it is the fault of anyone at Wizards of the Coast, although very squarely the responsibility of Wizards of the Coast as a corporate entity making decisions like this that knock down these dominoes and things like that. So moving forward, the jump-in series here is going to be affected, as well as Midweek Magic. And this change means that there is an opportunity for you to help me and our community. because, well, there's only so many jump-in events I can personally do, and that means there's only so much information that I can uncover, particularly here on day one. So as you do jump-ins, particularly here for the Tarkir season, if you see a pack that isn't on the spreadsheet yet, or maybe something that doesn't quite line up, doesn't seem quite right, get in the comments and let us know. That way the information can be updated and help everyone make better decisions moving forward. Similarly, if you see an alternative rare for a pack that we haven't identified yet, or a mythic even, let us know. And even if the spreadsheet seems 100% right with your experience, I'd love to know what you think about the common and uncommon choices for individual packs that you're exposed to, be it good or bad. That way everyone can come out ahead with their jump-in investments. The good news for most Magic players, particularly on Arena, is that with the introduction of Tarkir Dragonstorm, we can say goodbye to the season of Ether Drift. A lot of people never felt the vibe on this. Other people, like myself, found the set to be mechanically lacking, but it's over. And with regards to jump-in, Ether Drift really didn't have a huge impact on standard and budget decks in particular. The packs that were good at the beginning of the Ether Drift season continue to be good. So not a lot of change there. So as we move forward, we are in particular going to be talking about the new Tarkir packs and how to get the most out of those as a budget player. The entire concept of jump-in is to take all the difficulty out of deck building. And really, it couldn't be much simpler because you're just making two choices. Your first choice, you're going to be shown 3 packs or mini decks, and with that you're going to be given an image that is a little bit of a clue, a name which is generally your biggest clue as to what the theme of the deck is, and of course there's always an indication of the color associated with that pack. And all you do, if you scroll over each of the decks, it will also show you a key card to show you a little bit more mechanically what is going on thematically with that deck. And all you do is click on the one that you want, and then down in the bottom right hand corner you hit confirm pack to lock in that first choice. At that point, the screen updates and it shows you whatever your first choice was on the very far left-hand side of the screen, and then it's going to present to you 3 additional choices, the idea here being just the same. You get the same context clues, and you click on and confirm pick for your second choice. At that point, the decks are going to shuffle together. Some fairly appropriate land is going to be added, although honestly the land algorithm that they use is not always awesome. And at that point you have a playable deck for the event. When I'm doing evaluations, I like to use what I lovingly refer to as the Eastwood rating system, breaking your choices down into 3 easy categories: the good, the bad, and the ugly. In order for a choice to get a rating of good, it's got to be above the moving average of all of the available choices. The bad, however, is actually still generally a playable option, so to speak, being within 1 standard deviation mathematically of having been a good choice. The ugly, however, is everything else that is left. It's not good. It's not even bad. These are the ugly choices that generally aren't even worth our time. I arrive at these scores by evaluating the individual cards in the pack, both the rares and mythics, as well as the commons and uncommons. Secondly, I like to look at how well the pack theoretically supports any existing budget deck archetypes that we've been developing. And of course, we try and factor in if this packet helps you unlock additional formats like Brawl or Historic. So now let's talk about this season's packs and how it affected the pool overall. All right, and as we begin to talk about the Dragonstorm individual packs, I'm going to try and keep it pretty simple this time around. The tricolor packs were very unexpected. I thought we were going to do enemy color pairs and then splash a third color with the individual color packs, but apparently not. And I gotta tell you, having played them for one day, the tricolor packs are pretty difficult to be consistent. The mana base is just not there, especially outside of the Midweek Magic event, where you will be mixing it with a non-themed older set more often than not. So the ones that you see with high scores are because they have really good cards. So if you're interested in playing those color combinations and you're looking for some of the rares on easy mode, picking them up this way, obviously really, really good. The mono red discard and the mono green encounter decks, both very good in their own right. The Sultai is incredibly difficult to play. I had real issues with that. And the mono blue deck is just a mill. And how often are you going to be able to combine a mill deck with something else? I haven't seen rares on this do exceedingly well. And in fact, to be honest, 3.5 is probably a little bit generous at this point. Don't forget, guys, if you see things out there that I haven't seen or I don't have recorded in the spreadsheet, make sure to jump down in the comments and share your insights so we can all improve as a community and get better results and better value out of not just the Midweek Magic event, but of course, Jump In general. Wait, what's that you said? You didn't catch all that? Well, no worries, because there's a link down in the doobly-doo that will take you to the spreadsheet that I use to power this analysis for this video. But what you need to make sure you do is go into File and make yourself a copy. That way you can go in and make it all your own. Whether you disagree with my analysis, results, or techniques, or maybe you just don't like my choices in colors and fonts, you can make it all your own. This spreadsheet is powered through Google Sheets because it is, well, free, and that's a lot of what we do here. Not to mention it can be utilized by pretty much anyone, anywhere, without any weird copyright issues or having to pay royalties for the software. So enjoy. And of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank my supporting patrons, because being a small content creator comes with big bills. And I just couldn't do everything that I do without their monthly support. Thanks, guys. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in your arena experience, we have a few suggestions for what you could watch next.